Hey, how are you? We are in Who Needs a Superhero Chapter 2, and we are in the last part of the Hulk, the monster within. I'm glad you've decided to join us for this last part. Okay, here goes. In most of the Hulk stories, he's seen railing at those around him, demanding to be left alone. Remember the haunting picture of the Hulk locked away in his underground bunker, pounding madly at the reinforced concrete walls? He is buried alive, utterly isolated from everyone and everything he cares about. We see a flash of hope. Then, when in one story, the Hulk joins a superhero team called the Avengers, working beside the other beings nearly as powerful as himself, the Hulk longs to find a family among these champions. But membership in the Avengers lasts a mere 2 issues. After their second adventure together, the Hulk leaves. The Avengers in a rage, assuring his partners that he doesn't need their companionship. The Hulk doesn't need anybody to prove the point. He returns in the next issue to attack his former teammates. In Peter David's Tales, The Last Titan, the Hulk gets his wish. He is left as the only intelligent creature on Earth. A nuclear holocaust has destroyed every other human being, and the Hulk shares the ravaged planet with only swarms of cockroaches. Periodically, the roaches attack the Hulk, devouring much of his flesh. The pain is excruciating, but the Hulk is so strong now that he heals within a few minutes. As the Hulk and the decrepit Bruce Banner still share their existence, transforming back and forth, Banner wishes desperately to die. One night, a heart attack grants his wish. At that exact moment, Banner's life winks out. The Hulk emerges once more, this time for good. The story closes with the Hulk slumped on a desolate edge, surveying the planet of which he is the sole ruler. At last, he has overcome everyone. He's defeated the puny Banner. Now he is left alone in an unending hell of isolation. We should have seen it coming all along, right? Division, unrest, separation from everything and everyone worthwhile, even oneself, isolation, destruction, and despair. After all, we've never seen the Hulk build or create. He's never the architect of something good. He simply smashes and destroys. He leaves wreckage and suffering in his wake. As Bruce Banner discovers, with the Hulk, sin separates us from ourselves in a kind of internal wrestling match. As the Apostle Paul described, sin turns us against ourselves, and we are caught between who we might have been and who we really are. Ultimately, sin extinguishes any kind of healthy self-love and replaces it with self-loathing. Worst of all, sin separates us from our Creator, rebelling against God and building a wall between us. In the words of the Old Testament prophet, your iniquities have separated you from your God, and your sins have hidden his face from you. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 2. Estrangement, loneliness, and the face of God hidden. These are descriptions of sin and the Hulk's destiny, a living death. For the wages of sin is death, the Apostle Paul succinctly concludes in Romans chapter 6, verse 23. Long before Bruce Banner uttered simple words, Paul responded to this truth. What a wretched man I am, he said. Who will receive me from this body of death? In Romans chapter 7, verse 24. That cry is so like Banner's that it echoes like a tragic Greek chorus as the Hulk roars, thumps his chest, and claims to be the mightiest one of all. Yet, while the story of Bruce Banner and the Hulk may be symbolic of the human saga, it is not the whole story. The Hulk doesn't get the last word. For all Paul's gloomy assessment of the enslaving, destructive power of sin, he knows a power stronger. There is one who is stronger, who can free us from the Hulk. One who can save us from the monsters within ourselves. Two superheroes each claim to be that one. They can be convincing too. They are hero enough to tame the Hulk and help us get our lives back on track. For Batman and Iron Man seem invincible against great odds and carve believable paths to salvation. And that concludes Chapter 2, The Hulk, the Monster Within. Thank you for tuning in for this. Be sure to tune in to more parts of Who Needs a Superhero. And remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, share, and of course, comment. And have a great and wonderful day. Bye for now. God bless.